Hello YouTube and welcome to another OPNsense tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to configure port forwarding, or sometimes it's called destination NAT or DNAT on OPNsense Firewall. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you might know, actually port forwarding will allows us to access services on our internal network. So this actually will allow external devices, client, they are exist on the internet in order to access, for example, your web server or your FTP server or even a camera. Okay, so let's configure that. So here for testing purposes I will try to actually configure port forwarding for internal web server that I have here. So let me show you. So this is actually a simple web server that is hosting this application here called Speed Tracker. Okay, so let me log on to show you what this application actually do. It simply, as the name suggests, it track the speed test of your connection. So here you can see on the address bar the internal IP address is that 108 and port is 8080. Okay, so here we're gonna actually try to create a port forwarding for external port, let's say for example for port 8083, that will allows us to access this web server on port 8080. So remember, we want to hit port 8083 in order to reach port 8080. So we can configure that very easily using actually OPNsense. Okay, so first of all let me log on to my OPNsense firewall here. Here we go. So I will log on here, and in order to configure port forwarding, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is to go to your firewall menu on the left actually, and you will find a sub menu called NAT or Network Address Translation. So I will click on it, and inside it you will find here different options. So as I told you, we'll be configuring actually here port forwarding. So I will click on this port forward sub menu. Okay, so by default only simple rule exists, which is this anti-lockout rule. So in order to configure actually port forwarding, we have to add another NAT rule. Okay, so let's click on this plus button here. Here we go. So there is a lot of options here we want to configure, but we want to configure just the most important ones. So I don't want this rule to be disabled, so I will leave this uncheck for the first option here. Okay, the interface. So here normally I will choose the interface facing the internet, which is of course our WAN interface here. Okay, here we go. So then of course here we are just using IP version 4, so I will keep it something like that. For the protocol is of course TCP, but if you want to access a service that is using different port, you can choose the other port from here. Okay, so you can see there are a lot of ports that we can choose from, but me, I want just to access simple web server, so I will choose the TCP because this server actually use HTTP, simple like that. Okay, I'm not going to use destination or invert, but the destination here can be any actually PC or client on the internet. So we're gonna choose actually any, because anyone can connect to this web server. Okay, the destination port. Okay, so as I told you, we want to access our web server which is serving on port 8080, but we want to hit port 8083. Okay, so for that I will have to choose another port, the port that I have to choose. Okay, so let's here click from, and I will choose other because I want to set up my own rule here or my own port. So the port that I want to hit is 8083. Okay, so let's make it like that, and we want to hit single web server. So I will here input the IP address of my web server. So if you remember, the IP address of this internal web server is 192.168.1.108. okay, and the port that I want that exists actually on the internal, it's not 8083 but 8080. okay, so this is the trick that a lot of system admin use in order not to use the default port that can be easily tracked on the internet or scanned. So here, remember, we want to hit port 8083 in order to reach our internal port, which is 8080. okay, so I guess that all, but also a very important thing that you can do is to log packets that are handled by this rule, so you can see who is connecting to your internal web server. okay, and also remember to make a description in order to see or to remember this rule what is for. So I will just type low web access, for example, to speed tracker. Simple as that. And of course I will save this rule here. okay, and not to forget to apply the changes. okay, here we go. So this simple rule means whenever someone hits port 8083, he will be directed to this internal IP address on port 8080. okay, so of course in order to test that, we're gonna use our public IP address. okay, so I will try to connect to this my public IP address and using the port 8083 and see if I get some logs actually on my firewall here. okay, so actually I tested that on my mobile phone and I get access to this internal web server using actually just my public IP address and using also port 8083, and I get redirected to the port 8080 on this internal web server. So let's now check the actually log in order to see if indeed we get access to this web server using the public IP address. okay, so let me switch back to my OPNsense Firewall here. So in order to check the access, we gonna to actually see that on the log files. So let's go to the log files and I will go to the live view here. okay, and I will actually here choose a filter. So I will filter on the source IP address because I know the IP address that I was using in order to connect to my OPNsense Firewall. So the source was equal to this public IP address that I used in order to connect from my mobile phone to my public IP address. So I will add it, and here we go. You can see on this line here that I get an access to the internal web server, which is that 1.108 on port 8080, and the rule, the NAT rule, is actually here, as you can see, low web access to speed tracker. okay, so it's simple as that. In order to create port forwarding on OPNsense, it's pretty easy. All you have to remember is the destination IP address and the destination port. okay, so that was just a brief video to show you how to configure port forwarding on OPNsense Firewall. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. And of course, if you have any suggestion for future video, drop them in the comment below. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.